In the previous part, a powerful tsunami traps a group of strangers inside a flooded supermarket, turning a normal day into a nightmare. As sharks enter the building, survival becomes a deadly challenge of silence and strategy. In a desperate attempt to save everyone, Steven risks his life and never makes it back, proving that escape will demand real sacrifice. The survivors don't need words to understand what happened. He's gone. The silence that follows is heavier than the water around them. But grief doesn't stop the flood, and it doesn't stop the shark. Josh forces everyone to focus. Standing still means dying. The water level has risen high enough that the survivors can no longer stay where they are. They need to move, but moving through open water is suicide. That's when a risky idea takes shape. Josh notices a large supermarket shelf floating nearby. If they can push it slowly across the store, they can use it as a bridge and stay mostly out of the water. The plan is simple but deadly in execution. The shelf is turned on its side and gently pushed forward. Everyone must move together. No splashing, no sudden movements. But the shark is still circling. To distract it, the group lowers a piece of hanging meat into the water. The smell spreads instantly. The shark responds. Its shadow pulls away from the shelf, drawn to the bait. This is their window. One by one, they begin crossing. As the shelf moves forward, tension inside the group explodes. Kirby, one of the thieves, suddenly refuses to follow the plan. Fear turns into aggression. He pulls out a gun he's been hiding in his sock the entire time. The mood shifts instantly. Kirby points the gun at Noemi. His logic is cruel and simple. A live human will distract the shark better than meat. He grabs her and drags her toward the edge. Noemi screams as Kirby shoves her into the water. The group freezes. The shark turns immediately. Before Kirby can step back, Doyle reacts. Without hesitation, Doyle stabs Kirby through the back. Kirby collapses forward, screaming in shock and pain. Doyle doesn't stop. He hooks Kirby with the same gear meant for the bait and shoves him into the water. Kirby becomes the distraction instead. The shark attacks almost instantly. The water erupts in violent motion as Kirby is killed, buying the group precious seconds. Meanwhile, Noemi doesn't drown. She's pulled back onto the shelf by the others just in time. Shaken, soaked, but alive. Using the chaos as cover, the shark stays focused on the movement below. Josh and Tina are the last to cross. As they reach the far side, the shelf tips and sinks behind them. Water surges again, forcing Josh and Tina downward. They're swept through debris and darkness and dragged into the flooded parking garage beneath the supermarket. Josh and Tina surface inside the garage, gasping for air. They're not alone. A couple is already trapped there, clinging to the roof of a submerged car. They've been surviving silently, avoiding the water. The couple warns Josh and Tina. There's a shark in the garage. As if summoned, movement ripples below. The group climbs higher, scrambling onto the roof of a nearby car as the water continues to rise. And that's when they see it. In the back of the garage, inside another vehicle, weapons are visible. A shotgun, other firearms, and a stun gun. But getting to them means entering the water again. And the shark is still there. The water in the parking garage keeps rising. While Josh carefully searches the vehicle for weapons, Tina lowers herself closer to the water. She begins splashing lightly with her hands. The shark reacts. It turns toward the ripples, drawn in by the disturbance. Josh reaches the car, forcing the door open underwater. His hands shake as he grabs the weapons and pushes them upward. Suddenly, movement. The shark slams into the car, jolting it violently. Josh barely escapes, pulled back up just in time as the shark snaps at the space where he was seconds earlier. They have the weapons, but now the shark knows exactly where they are. The shark begins circling faster. Josh reloads the shotgun. He raises the weapon and waits. Doesn't rush. Lets the predator come closer. The shark surges forward. Josh fires. The blast echoes through the flooded garage. The shark recoils but doesn't go down. Without hesitation, Josh jumps into the water. Every instinct screams danger. He stays still, drawing the shark in again. At the last possible second, Josh fires again. The blast echoes violently through the garage. The shot hits. The shark recoils, wounded but dead. Blood clouds the water. With a working gun finally in their hands, Josh believes they now have a chance. If they can take down one shark, they might be able to stop the others still hunting inside the main store. Josh, Tina, and the couple move back toward the flooded supermarket, knowing exactly what's waiting for them inside. The water is darker now, quieter. They head into the store again, not to hide this time, but to fight. Josh leads the group back through the flooded access point into the supermarket. They reach the area where the others are waiting. The store is almost completely submerged now. Debris floats everywhere. The group hasn't been sitting still. While Josh and Tina were gone, they were trying anything that might work. A truck battery has been dragged closer. Cables are stretched through the water, carefully guided toward the fuse box. The idea is desperate, but it's all they have left. Lights flicker and die. Josh remembers the power supply box connected to the store's electrical system. He also remembers the stun gun. A dangerous idea forms. If he can connect the stun gun directly to the power source and draw the shark close enough, the resulting surge could kill it, but it means getting back into the water. This time, there's no backup plan. Josh doesn't hesitate. Josh dives in, swimming through wreckage and broken shelves. The shark appears almost immediately, drawn to the movement. Tina screams for him to come back, but Josh reaches the power box. He connects the stun gun. He saw a non-electric wire hanging and grabbed the opportunity. He then hang on it and shoot the shark with stun gun wires, and that current killed it by electrocuting water as it were raining outside the ceiling. Fall of someplace. They have to hurry. Josh, Tina, and the remaining survivors fight their way through collapsing debris and rising water. Ceilings cave in. Fallen debris forms an unstable path upward, broken shelves and twisted metal stacked at dangerous angles. One by one, they climb. They reach the higher access floor, forcing their way through damaged doors and shattered walls. Finally, they reach the rooftop. Rain crashes down as they pull themselves out, exhausted, injured, barely standing. They collapse onto the concrete, unsure if anyone even knows they're still alive. Moments later, rescue crews spot movement on the roof. A helicopter circles back. Signals are exchanged. Help has finally arrived. One by one, they're lifted to safety. The nightmare is over. What started as a normal day turned into something no one could have prepared for. Nature didn't warn them. It didn't hesitate. Some people fought. Some people broke. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe and stay tuned for more stories like this.